the Extension Agriculture Institute, your connection to the latest agriculture and horticulture research from the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Hi, I'm Jerry Clark, the Crops and Soils Educator for Chippewa, Dunn, and Eau Claire counties with the Division of Extension with the University of Wisconsin-Madison. We're at Frannta's farm to discuss some of the disease management practices he's implemented, and we'll look at some diseases that he's working through here outside in his garden as well as inside in the high tunnel.
Của do Frannta, nó về nó UW extension tua nó từ của đại tế nó vì do của mua ít cho và nó cho không của cho nè nếu mua cam bó này của chip bó thì nó chỉ của cho không tôi rù là chứ của thì có nó lỡ mua sợi giờ lỡ tôi sai của cho cam bó này chứ nữa giờ cam bó đã chỉ là khe của thì bó nè.
Frannta, do you want to let us fill us in on what you're doing here or what you're seeing in your plants and concerned about?
Yes, this is my eggplants. And I don't know if it has some spot like that.
Okay.
That is it. You see the green? See,
Yep.
they have little spot like that, and it go very fast on the leaves of the plant. So when it have a spot like that, it go very fast. So you can. I don't know what to do and don't know what's wrong.
Sure, so we get a lot of, could be a fungal pathogen, and we get a lot of diseases late season like this that could be related to something that's variety related, possibly.
Okay.
But in some cases where moisture, because we've had a lot of wet mornings and perhaps the leaves are staying wet longer, that can cause some of these fungal issues that we start to see on plants.
Okay.
Some of the older leaves, you know, they're going to desiccate anyway as they get a little older. Yeah, so anytime we have disease management, stage of the crop means a lot. So those younger plants would be a time to you're seeing those spots, would be to send a sample to our plant disease diagnostic clinic. We can get a positive identification of what it is and if there's a management practice that needs to be done. The other thing is the residue management. So any of these dead leaves and stems that are on the plant, and especially when we look at the high tunnel, that's another one that we want to make sure you're cleaning up a lot of the debris, or at least working it into the soil. So ideally to remove that debris.
Okay.
But if some of the tillage and things like that, and crop rotation, so you're already doing that, we saw with some of your cover crops and some of things like that, that can also help with some of the disease issues.
Okay.
Yeah, so with some of the peppers as well, when you see issues with the peppers and tomatoes, think about the families that these plants are in. So you have tomatoes, peppers, eggplant, even potatoes. They're all in a similar family. And so when you rotate, it's best to rotate completely out of that family.
Okay.
Not just put potatoes here, because now we're back in the same family again. So bringing something like carrots or something like cabbage or something that's not connected to that same family of vegetables that those four are in, because even though they're a different vegetable, they're in the same family of plants.
Okay, let's go inside and see the high tunnel. And I plant some tomato in there, and I have some same thing. Something that happened to all my plants, and now all plants are dying.
Okay.
And I don't know what to do.
Yeah, we'll take a look at them and see if we can find a simple solution.
Yeah. Lúc nào bé của nó thả cho cá món nó nè, cho cá món nó chỉ UW extension tua nó chỉ lỡ bao cho cá món hoàn toàn cho nó chỉ lưu số nó là chỉ học qua gió là chỉ nó cho nó chỉ lưu nó cho eggplant nữa. Cho nó chỉ nửa mua có spa nó chỉ cũng tụ khinh chỉ những bao kia nàyนี่ปอเนื้อมั่วถมได้จะเนื้อด้าลีเนาะเจเนื้อมั่วเต้ตังดูลีเนาะเจเนื้อจิลิวาโตจ้อนตรงเนาะตัวตาเลยเจจีถมยอเนื้อมอนะเนื้อจีดูกูลีเนาะเจเนื้อจีลีแต่ฉันเนาะมาเนื้อตัวเนาะเนาะจีจะจีเนาะเจเนื้อมาลีปีวลีเนาะเจเนาะก็ยังจะปล่อยลูกป้าเนาะthis kind of stuff right here and I just see they're dying and I don't know what was that and what kind of disease I don't know who to connect to.
Sure. Yep. So one thing with disease management, before it starts, you can look at the growing point. You know, so we got some older leaves that are definitely infected, and then look at the younger leaves, and are they affected, or are they, you know, looking relatively healthy? So again, here's another plant that the new growth looks relatively healthy, but if we look close enough, you can see some of that yellowing that's starting to occur. So in this case, we would try to do an identification through, again, the plant disease diagnostic lab, get a positive identification of what's going on, and perhaps some remedy or some type of solution we can find to it. In some cases where the plants, again, younger plants, we have more time to correct the issue or identify what that problem is, and then does it take a pesticide or a fungicide application to protect it? We don't know. Or is it something you can do from a cultural standpoint? However, to set yourself up for success next year, again, looking at variety selection. Are there certain varieties that are affected, or is it affecting pretty much all the same? So if you're seeing a variety that's doing better versus some others, that variety could be resistant to possibly that disease. Again, looking at debris management, especially in a hoop house, because you are contained to, you know, doing certain, you can only do so much within that high tunnel. Again, cleaning up the debris, trying to get rid of any of those old stems. I'd pull the whole plant, the root, those kind of things, and managing any leaves and things that are in the ground. So the best thing to do is remove them, burning them or burying them off site.
Lâu cũng muốn tao nó lu nó có chơi ở ba tao đồอยู่thì có sai nhiều họ đánh plong một lỡ là yo ba tao đồอยู่nữa thì thầy kỳ nó nữa do năng gồm đuông lo xin năng gồm ion đuông chứ lò họอยู่ลูกพากี่ลอchứ chỉ là khi tao đồอยู่chỉอยู่cho khủng nó do thì nữ chỉ tua lên nó chỉ nữอยู่họ năng gồm đuông đó cho nóอยู่trong mùa đó nữอยู่tao nó cho phá nhiệt đã lò chứ nữa còn năng gồm đuông đó chứ nhưng chỉ nhỏ bé tao uai có ba tao bé cho khủng á.
So thanks, Frannta, for showing us your high tunnel, and of course with any kind of time we have high tunnels, it can come with its own management challenges. So anytime we have disease issues, kind of looking back at some of the management practices we can do is, again, with that, cleaning up any of the debris that's out there, maybe variety selection next spring as you get ready for planting, and then any of that crop rotation that can be done can help. And again, UW, or Division of Extension with UW-Madison, we can provide that plant disease diagnostic clinic for samples to identify those diseases and come up with a management plan. And like I said, we also have the soil and forage analysis lab for any soil testing, and then our insect disease diagnostic lab also for insect identification. So another service that Extension provides is if a grower, farmer comes in with specific questions and English is a challenging language for them, we do have an interpreter service that we can provide and connect them with as a service to get their questions answered and be able to speak and find someone within our network that can help translate that for them.
That's very nice. We want someone like you come and tell us and connect to all the resources that will help a little bit.
And keep in mind, Extension is statewide, so we're able to help growers throughout the state in some form or fashion. Someone should be able to help a grower out. So appreciate you inviting us out to visit your farm today.
No problem.
Thank you.